Good morning, one and all. Now, in today's class, we'll be studying about the next one, that is informal organization. Now, in previous class, we had studied about what do you mean by formal organization. Formal organization means what? There are fixed rules and regulations, and duties and responsibilities have been fixed in the formal organization. Okay, means whatever are the rules and guidelines, it should be followed by all the members or all the employees in the organization. Whereas informal organization is just opposite of formal organization. In informal organization, there are no fixed rules and regulations. Okay, so let us understand what do you mean by informal organization. But this rarely happens in the organization, because usually when you see in any kind of a company or organization, there are certain rules and regulations which are to be followed by all the employees. So let us understand the informal organization. First, let us understand the characteristics of that. In that, first one is what? Informal organization arises without any external cause. Okay. So this kind of a informal organization, it arises without any external cause. Means what? Suppose if anyone wants to set up a new business or a new industry, okay, there is no restriction or there is no certain whatever hard and fast rule, or there is no certain rules restrictions which are there in order to set up the industry. Then next one, it is a social structure to meet personal needs. Now what do you mean by social structure? Means this informal organization, it is related to the social, or it is related to the society to meet the personal needs of the individuals which are there. Then informal organization has no place in the organization chart. Now first of all, you need to understand what you mean by organization chart. Organization chart means what? They will show the levels of management in the organization chart. Suppose for example, top level management. Then under top level management comes middle level management. Means all the departmental managers are there, like HR, finance, marketing department. Okay. Then under that comes supervisors, subordinates, workers. So that is called as a organization chart. So this informal organization has no place in the organization chart. Why? Because no one's duties and responsibilities have been fixed. Okay. So like that way, anyone can do whatever kind of work they like. Okay, there are there are likes and dislikes of the employees. Okay, whichever employee like to do any work, he can do the work, or which employee dislike to do any work, he may not do that particular work. So that is informal organization has no place in the organization chart. Then the rules and traditions of informal organization are not written but are commonly followed. Now when in formal organization, what happens? Whatever are the rules and regulations, that should be maintained in a written format. Now whenever you maintain the rules and regulations in a written format, a proof will be there that certain this which are there, these rules are applied and all that. But in this case, the rules and regulations which are there are not in a written format, but these are commonly followed. Just if they find out that, if they try to understand that this point is there, okay, or this rule is there, they will just try to follow that. Now, there is no structure and definiteness to informal organization. Now there is no proper structure and definiteness. Like usually we have seen in formal organization, there is a proper structure and definiteness. Okay, but in informal organization, there is no such structure and definite. Then next we'll understand the advantages and disadvantages of informal organization. Now which are the advantages? Informal organization gives satisfaction to the workers and maintain the stability of work. Now the main advantage of informal organization is what? It is benefited for the workers, because no certain discipline is been maintained and no such rules and regulations are there. So workers can work according to their wish. Like suppose think that if you take example of time management, whenever the workers feel, they can come and go. Now this, if this happens in the organization, if there are no certain rules and regulation, and workers whenever they want, they come and go, and if they want to do the work, they can do the work, if they don't want, they cannot do the work. If such things are being followed, that time what happens? The organization will not have a proper discipline being maintained. Then certain disadvantages are there. In that first one, informal organization directly reduces the efforts of management to promote greater productivity. Now this informal organization, it reduces the efforts of management. Now whenever the management, they are framing certain rules and regulation, but here it doesn't happen like that in the informal organization. Then next, it spreads rumor among the workers regarding the functions of organization unnecessarily. It spreads rumor among the workers, means whatever, like suppose if bad things are there or good things are there, it will spread among the workers regarding the functioning of the organization. Like suppose if the functioning of the organization is happening nicely, it will spread among the workers, or if it doesn't happen nicely, then also it will spread among the workers. Now let us understand the differences between formal and informal organization. Now so far we had studied about what do you mean by formal organization, what is informal organization. Now in this class we'll understand what are the differences between formal and informal organization. Now first one in formal organization is what? It arises due to delegation of authority. Now usually in formal organization, delegation of authority will take place. Delegation of authority means what? The top level management, he will be having that authority, and whatever the authority is been there by the top management and whatever he says, it is required that the middle level and lower level management should try to follow that authority which is there. Then informal organization, it arises due to social interaction of people. In formal organization which is there is delegation of authority, but in informal organization it arises due to social interaction of people. Now it is related to the society, how they interact with the people, because there is no such rule within the organization. Then next one, in formal organization, it gives importance to terms of authority and functions. Means here in formal organization it will give importance to the authority, because main thing is there with the authority or the top management. But in informal organization it gives importance to people and their relationship. I mean informal organization will give importance to the people and not for the authority, but it will give importance to the people or employees. Then next, formal organization, the formal authority is attached to a position, and informal organization it is attached to a person. Now this mainly you need to understand and don't get confused with that. The formal authority it is attached to a position. Position means what? Now who is having the position in the organization? Here the top level management will be having the position. So formal authority has been attached to the position, who is having the position in the organization, that is the top management. Whereas informal authority is attached to a person, it is not attached to a position, but to a person means what? Person can be anyone who is working in the organization. It can be the employees, workers, or it can be departmental managers or supervisor. That is informal organization is attached to a person. Then next, in formal organization you can see duties, rules, duties and responsibilities of workers are given in writing. Now as I have told you that whatever are the rules, regulations, duties and responsibilities, it is given in writing, means whenever it is being done in a written format, that time proof will be there, Whereas informal organization, there are no such written rules and duties are followed in the informal organization. So in informal organization a written record is not being maintained. Then formal organization, it comes from who are superior in the line of organization. Then informal organization comes from those persons who are objects of its control. Now in formal organization, it comes from who are superior in the line of organization. Who are superior means what? Who are superior or who are having the position. And informal organization comes from those persons who are objects of its control. Means following different kind of objectives. Then formal organization. Formal organization may grow to maximum size, whereas informal organization tends to remain smaller. Now formal organization will grow to maximum size means what? Because here the rules and restrictions are there, so it will grow to a maximum size. It will become larger. Whereas informal organization, since there are no certain rules and restrictions, it will remain smaller. Then formal organization, it is created for technological purposes, and informal organization arises for social satisfaction. Now informal organization is created for technological purposes, means related to the base of technology, and informal organization arises for social satisfaction, means what satisfaction you get in the society. Then formal organization is permanent and stable, and informal organization there is no such permanent nature and stability. Now why formal organization will remain stable? Because what happens, there are certain fixed rules and regulations, so it will remain stable and permanent, it will not change. But in informal organization there is no such permanent nature and stability. Means here in informal organization it is only for a temporary time duration, it may collapse for any time. Okay, there is no stability in that. Now this is all about the differences between formal and informal organization. Now just briefly you need to understand that which we have studied in formal organization, informal organization. In formal organization there are certain fixed rules, regulations and duties and responsibilities which have been fixed, and informal organization there are no such fixed duties and responsibilities. So this is all about the formal and informal organization. When we understand the differences in formal organization, it arises due to delegation of authority, how the work is been delegated. Okay, and informal organization arises due to social interaction related to the society. And formal organization gives importance to terms of authority and function. Informal organization gives importance to people. Then formal organization is attached to a position, informal organization is attached to a person. Then formal organization rules, duties, responsibilities are given in writing, means whatever rules are there it should be done in a written format. And informal organization there are no such rules, regulations and duties. Then formal organization comes from who are superior in the line of the organization, who are the superior. And informal organization comes from those persons who are the objects. Then formal organization may grow to maximum size, okay, means larger in number, because why, their fixed duties and responsibilities are there, whereas informal organization remains smaller. Okay, then formal organization, it is permanent and stable, because if you can see in any organization, when certain rules and regulations are there and it is been followed, then it will remain permanent and stable. But suppose in informal organization, when you don't follow the rules and regulation, then it is there only for a temporary time duration. So this is all about the formal and informal organization. Thank you.